Hi there, Capricorn, and welcome back to another edition of an astrological moment. This is the video I know you've all been waiting for, and I am so happy to be able to bring this video to you because we are finally coming down to the last countdown to Pluto in your sign. Now we're going to talk a little bit about that today, but before I get started, I found a nice little paragraph from a website called Shanti that I would like to read to you before we get started in this video. It says, Capricorn, now you're at the crucial threshold of a metamorphosis as you claim the potency you're meant to embody in the world. This process may be bittersweet as you bid farewell to the earlier drafts of you that turned into this masterpiece, and you are a masterpiece now, Capricorn. Remember that your jagged edges tell the story of your resolve and resilience. Don't sand them down. Now, I found that to be very profound and very beautiful, and it kind of is a great start to this video. Because yes, you have become a masterpiece, but it has come at a cost, a huge cost. Pluto is getting ready to leave your sign for good. Well, for your lifetime anyway, for all of our lifetimes. And I'll give you the date, which is actually November 19th. And that will be it. It will move on into Aquarius and never to be seen again. And I'm sure most of you will be very thrilled when that day comes, even now. Let's start celebrating it because it's winding down. It's coming to the very end of this process, which, like I mentioned, has been really difficult for my poor Cappies. And I really, really do feel for you. I have, throughout the years, almost 8 years that I've been on YouTube, I have a huge viewership of Capricorns. I've heard your stories. I've had a huge viral video a few years back for the special, it was a special edition for Capricorns, and I got to know a lot of you. A lot of you are my clients to this day, and I really appreciate. I have Capricorns in my life, as many of you know. My husband is a Capricorn. One of my best friends is a Capricorn. I love my Cappies, and I personally do not know what the world would do without you guys. You're amazing, amazing people. You're the backbone of everything that we do. So just know that. That's why I agree with that statement of you are now a masterpiece. Okay, now let's talk again about this Pluto thing being in your first house. I believe the reason it has been so difficult for you guys is because you've metamorphosized from who you once were into almost a completely different person. Now, if you look back to 2008 when Pluto first went into Capricorn, I think you'll find that the person you are today is quite different from that person because you have gone through so much. So many Capricorns that I know of, and I've heard so many stories from all of you around the globe who have let me know that you're struggling. You've gone through all of this stuff. You've helped other people. You have worked your fingers to the bone with not a lot of recognition. A lot of you actually got treated quite shabbily by your workplace and some people around you in your life. And life itself has been rough on you. This has been a huge, huge learning experience for you. Pluto is the transformer, so it has transformed you literally to a completely different person. Now, it's taken you out of your comfort zone a lot of the time during this transit, as it does when it goes through our first house. It will challenge you at every turn, and like I said, it seems like you don't get a lot of recognition from the world or things like that for the beautiful things that you have done and that you have accomplished and all of the hard work you've put in. A lot of you have been passed over for promotions, been let go of jobs, things like that. Have had some really rough experiences with coworkers, things like that. Even family members. It's been happening on a personal level as well. It feels like life has been attacking you. It feels like you're what is the purpose of moving and going on and working so hard if I feel like I'm spinning my wheels, like I'm not getting anywhere? And this is what I've heard, and this is what I've seen. Like I said, I've been around Capricorns throughout this transit from 2008, and I've seen the way that things have been for my Cappies. Yet you guys, the majority of you, have just continued to plug away, to keep moving. Like, I understand that Capricorn is a patient sign, but I have felt the injustice for you guys, because there has been so much injustice going on towards Capricorns that it's almost unreal. It's unbelievable in some cases. Yes, you've had successes, I'm sure, throughout the years, and you've managed to move forward and move ahead, but probably not at the speed you would have liked to, not at the speed we would have liked to have seen you. You've made your strides, but the strides have been few and far between, and it has been an incredible struggle. So this is why I am making this video, to let you guys know that you'll be coming to the end of this struggle. The original video that I made for Capricorns, it is on this channel in if any of you haven't seen it, it's on the channel under Astrological Moments. I did that when you guys were in your final descent, when it was the last 3 years before Jupiter moved into Capricorn, which was intensifying whatever was already going on with the Pluto in there. So it was a particularly rough period back then. Those last 3 years were just brutal, brutal, brutal to Capricorn. However, things got a little bit better when Jupiter went into Capricorn. Now we've moved on. Jupiter is now in Gemini, so you've gone through, your first house, second house, third house, and all of that. And it has gotten probably a little bit better, but I would say not as much as it would have, the good it would have done for you if you weren't in Pluto in the first house. So it's been tough. Like I said, it's transformed you and taken you way out of your comfort zone. Capricorn doesn't really like to be taken out of the comfort zone, but you guys rised up, you stood up, and you did what you needed to do, because Capricorn's not a quitter. And you guys didn't quit, and you pushed through, you pushed through, you pushed through. And here we are now. You are right at the end of this. So this is definitely something to celebrate. If I were you, come the middle of November, just, pat yourself on the back, take a moment, and really, really observe everything that you've gone through and what you have become now. It has transformed you on every level, on the mental, physical, the spiritual level. You have been challenged in all of those areas, and now look where you are. I truly believe going forward, when Pluto moves on into Aquarius, into your second house, which we'll talk about in a minute as well, I do believe that you guys, of all the signs, will probably rise to the top. You'll rise to the top. You'll get your rewards for everything that you've been through. At least, in the very least, life won't be as difficult, because when it moves on into the second house, it's about different things. It's not going to be about transforming you. It's going to be about transforming your financial world, which is something that Capricorn understands and something that Capricorn rises to the occasion with. Now, before we close out on Pluto leaving your sign of Capricorn, I want to make this mention that generally when any sign, or any planet rather, whether it's Pluto, whether it's Saturn, whether it's Jupiter, any of them, all of these planets will give us some benefits, but they will also test us. Now, when you're moving out of especially a major planet like Pluto, moving out of your first house, it will give you a reward before it leaves. Maybe some of you, let us know in the comment section, maybe some of you already received some of these rewards for your difficult times, shall we say, and I know that's putting it mildly. It will give you some kind of reward. It's just a pat on the back to say, you know, work well done, and I'm glad you made it through. You're crossing over to the new threshold, and here you go, Capricorn. Now, it could come in any form. It could, for some of you, it could be a major spiritual gift that is given to you. Some of you, it could be a major financial gift. Others of you could be of a really big gift in your career, a big lift in your career, or in your family life, or in your romantic life. Whatever area of your life has maybe really taken the beating during these years, you'll probably get some kind of a reward for that. So that is definitely something to look forward to. Now, when the reward is coming, I don't know. Like I said, maybe some of you have already received it. Others of you may be receiving it over the next few weeks. Some of you may receive it right after the movement. But whatever's going on, yes, there is going to be a prize at the end. I guess a parting gift, you could say, at the end of this transit. Now, let's talk a little bit about Pluto in the second, which is where it's going and will be over the next 19 years. So this is going to now shine the spotlight on your financial house, because it's in the second house of finances, possessions, property, all those things, material goods. So now remember what Pluto just did in terms of transforming your whole personality. It's going to be doing that now in your financial house. So it's time to get your house in order, Capricorn. Again, oftentimes these planets will give you a little bit of a gift in the beginning and then at the end. So they'll give you the beginning to see maybe what you will do with this. So choose wisely, like I always say, when you're moving from one energy into the next, always choose wisely, because this is a completely different energy. A lot of you Capricorns will probably be having a lot different things to say going forward in the next year to come on the channel. I keep hearing the same things from Capricorn, and it has been ongoing for the years I've been on here, because Pluto has been in Capricorn the whole time. But I feel that I will be hearing different things. Maybe my clients will be coming to me for different type of readings. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but I guarantee it's not going to be about the same old things. Going forward, like I said, in the second house, you guys will have a chance to really make it big. Now, when Pluto was in the first house, yes, a lot of Capricorns did flourish here and there, but a lot of times you made big strides financially and then maybe had some reversals and some losses in the same breath, kind of thing. So now going forward, you will have opportunities you never had before. So really keep your eyes open, keep your ears open to any possible opportunities going forward. You will be seeing these. You guys will be put in the forefront of financial businesses. Perhaps for some of you, you might end up in careers or jobs that deal with property, finances, material goods. So a lot of Capricorns will be steering in that direction, which is fine. You guys excel when it comes to that. You're an earth sign. Earth signs are about the pentacles, right? It's about those things for you. I think it's going to transform how you look at finances going forward. Your idea of wealth may change. For some of you, you may decide that you want to become really wealthy. Maybe you weren't that interested in it before, but you are going forward. Some of you may decide to get into property, maybe buying and selling property in real estate as an agent or things like that. You may want to get jobs in banking, accounting, other things like that. You'll just be more probably drawn towards it, and maybe opportunities will open up for that. But there could be some massive opportunities here to make really big money in a way that you haven't before. So this is really encouraging, and if you are interested in that, not believe it or not everybody is interested in making huge amounts of money. But if you are a Capricorn that is interested in that, this is your time now to push forward. So the energy is going to be really strong in when it comes to your second house in Aquarius. There's going to be times, maybe if you're into astrology, look at times when Pluto is retrograde as opposed to forward. Forward is a time more to push if you're trying to really, gain your wealth and build your empire. A lot of you will be building empires. You will be going into businesses that will end up being really profitable. But again, maybe do those pushes forward when Pluto is moving forward. When it first moves into Aquarius, the first few months, or the first 6 months, it's not going to have a lot of momentum because it's only going to be in that 0 degrees, and it'll gain more momentum as time goes by. But yes, definitely get your ducks in a row. This is a good time to do that and start pushing forward. Remember, you've got 19 years to build your empire here at Capricorn, and take your time, really think it through, but let go of the old energy of Pluto in the first, because it's not going to be about those things anymore. You have already transformed and developed your personality now. No matter what age you are, you've already really gone through a major transformation. So you are who you are now. It's best to let go of that energy going forward and not think about the difficulties of the past anymore. Let go of that energy completely and totally. Feel optimistic, because there's a lot to be optimistic about. You guys have been through a lot, and it's time for you to just, pick up, let go of that energy. Let it go. Right now, this particular moment, things could be a little bit rough for you. It's a rocky time, because this is the end fade, so to speak, of this energy. It could be really difficult for those of you who are still struggling, panicking even, having anxiety about what's going on. No, it's a natural process. It's a metamorphosis. Just let it all out. If you have anything that does not work in your life and you're struggling to hold on to it, maybe it's not good for you, let it go. Just move on from that energy. You need to start this new phase in the freshest, most purest energy possible in order to bring those beautiful benefits to you going forward. It's going to be rough in the years ahead in terms of your financial stuff, only if you get frustrated by it, you bring old energy from the past into the new energy, things could get a lot rougher than they need to be. And remember, it's these transit and these movements are not here to hurt you. They're not trying to harm you in any way. What they're trying to do is teach you. And sometimes it can be tough to learn these lessons, and the more we resist and the more we put up those restrictions and say, no, we don't want anything to do with this, the harder it gets. Remember the old saying, do you want to do this the easy way or you want to do it the hard way? Well, this is a case of you want to do it the easy way, because you will transform your financial and material world in leaps and bounds in the years ahead. Go with the flow, know when the energy is with you, and when it isn't, pull back. Move forward, strike while the iron's hot. I know I use a lot of metaphors, but I know you guys get it. I love you to pieces, and I hope that this video here helps you, and I hope you keep reminding yourself, and going forward, when you get frustrated or you get stuck, come back, watch this video again, and get back on track. Because every time we go off track, remember, it's just a matter of getting back on track again, and we can get our lives moving forward. I wish you the best of luck going forward with everything. I know what you've been through. No one knows better than I do what y'all have been through. And I mean, unless you Cappies yourself know the best because you've lived it. So I love you so much, and I want nothing but the best for you moving forward. And just purge whatever you got to purge in the meantime before this big transit changes. And let go, let God, and move on with your life once this transit does move. So with that said, I will bid you a fair adieu, and we'll see you again in the next video. Take care. Much love. Namaste. Bye-bye for now.